Hello, students. Today in English class, we shall study the poem From a Railway Carriage by Robert Louis Stevenson. Let us know about the poet first. Robert Louis Stevenson, a Scottish author of the 19th century, was born in Edinburgh, Scotland. Robert Louis Stevenson lived a brief but remarkable life. Author of more than 40 books, novels, and collections of essays and poems, Stevenson is best known for his adventure tales including Kidnapped, The Black Arrow, and The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Treasure Island, the famous children's adventure story. Stevenson spent the last few years of his life as a planter and storyteller on Samoa in the Pacific Ocean. Called the Tale Teller by locals on the island of Samoa, Stevenson was equally admired by British readers for his writings about the art of craft of literature. About the poem, From a Railway Carriage belongs to a considerable poetic tradition, that of conveying the experience of a railway journey through the rhythm of verse. The poem was published in Robert Louis Stevenson's 1885 volume of poetry for children, A Child's Garden of Verses. From a Railway Carriage is a masterly piece of versification using its sprightly rhythm to evoke the movement of a train. Introduction. From a Railway Carriage, written by R. L. Stevenson, is a poem in which he shares experience of a railway journey with us. The poet describes the scenes he sees through the window of a fast moving train. He is so amazed at the speed of the train and tries to grasp every glimpse he sees because they are out of sight the very next moment. The train moves with such great speed that everything he sees seems to be moving. Let us now read and understand the poem From a Railway Carriage by R. L. Stevenson. Faster than fairies, faster than witches, bridges and houses, hedges and ditches, and charging along like troops in a battle, all through the meadows, the horses and cattle. All of the sights of the hill and the plain fly as thick as driving rain, and ever again in the wink of an eye, painted stations whistle by. Here is a child who clambers and scrambles, all by himself and gathering brambles. Here is a tramp who stands and gazes, and here is the green for stringing the daisies. Here is a cart run away in the road, lumping along with man and load. And here is a meal and there is a river, each a glimpse and gone forever. Before we see the explanation of each stanza, let us understand what the title of the poem says. The title, From a Railway Carriage, captures the essence of the poem, as it is a record of the poet's journey in a train. The poem communicates the poet's observations and thoughts as he was sitting in a railway carriage. We shall now see each stanza along with its explanation. First stanza. Faster than fairies, faster than witches, bridges and houses, hedges and ditches, and charging along like troops in a battle, all through the meadows, the horses and cattle. Explanation. Poet says that train runs more quickly than the fairies can fly or the witches can move. When train advances forward, it seems as the soldiers are attacking enemy in a battlefield. The train rushes on, leaving bridges, houses, fences, and ditches behind. It also leaves behind the green fields where horses and cattle are grazing. Second stanza. All of the sights of the hill and the plain fly as thick as driving rain, and ever again in the wink of an eye, painted stations whistle by. Explanation. Poet says that all the scenes of hill and plain were being crossed by train as quick as one drop of rain follows another drop in a storm. Again and again in very short moment, train was crossing stations with a whistle. Whistle means the horn of the train. From the window of compartment of train, buildings of stations were seemed as painted pictures. It appeared very colorful, and so it looked like painted pictures. Third stanza. Here is a child who clambers and scrambles, all by himself and gathering brambles. Here is a tramp who stands and gazes, and here is the green for stringing the daisies. Explanation. In these lines, poet says that from the window of the compartment of train, he sees a child climbing a steep ground by himself with difficulty. The child was also gathering blackberries during climbing. Brambles means the blackberries. Poet sees a homeless person who was looking at the train with amazement. Homeless person over here is a tramp. He also sees some ladies in a common village grassy land. They were making garlands of daisy flowers. Fourth stanza. Here is a cart run away in the road, lumping along with man and load. And here is a meal and there is a river, each a glimpse and gone forever. Explanation. Poet says that he sees a cart moving slowly in the middle of a highway. It was full of load and a cart driver was lumping on the top of the load. He sees a mill and river while traveling in the train. You can see the picture of the meal given. All these objects appeared and then disappeared so quickly that poet looked at them for very brief time. That means for a very short time, and they can never be seen again. Now there are certain poetic devices that are used in the poem. Poetic devices are used to enhance the poem, to make it more interesting for the readers. So let us see what the poet has to say over here. The rhythm of this poem echoes the rhythm of a train, with the poem following a stressed followed by unstressed pattern. Poem is written in rhyming couplets. Example: witches, ditches, battle, cattle, etc. All these are rhyming words. The poet also uses certain figures of speech. The first one is simile, a figure of speech that directly compares two different things using words such as like or as. Example: like troops in a battle. Second example: fly as thick as driving rain. So you can see in the examples there are two things compared using the word like in first example and as in second example. Second figures of speech: alliteration, a literary device in which a series of words begin with the same consonant sound. Example: faster than fairies. Second example: houses, hedges, etc. So you can see in the first example, the sound of letter F is repeated, and so we call it alliteration. Similarly, with the second example, the sound of letter H is repeated. The poem gives us a very important message, and the poet tries to tell us through this poem is that the railway journey is a source of happiness. It presents a panorama of continuous changing scenes. It provides a chance to see and enjoy the natural beauty which refreshes our mind. So students, we have completed our poem from a railway carriage. I hope you have understood and followed the poem. Thank you.